Alright, so today we're going to learn how to sharpen skis. First, we're going to go through some equipment here you're going to need. First, you're going to need vices. Those will attach to the bench like so. And then for other equipment, we have your side edge file guide, base edge file guide. There's a couple different models of these, a few different options. A sidewall remover. This is one model of a sidewall remover. There's a couple different options for these as well. We have a file here. It's just a typical run-of-the-mill ski tuning file. This is a fine grain. They do come in different teeth sizes. If you want to go into that further, there's further information on that. For stones, you have a medium and a coarse grit we're going to use today. They do come in fine as well. We're just not going to go to that extent. A rubber band, a Sharpie, a clamp, a paintbrush, and then some gloves as well. Alright, so first you're going to want to know what your bevels are on your skis. Typically, there are 2 for the side and 1 degree for the base edge. On this pair of skis here, which is a slalom race ski, it's a 3 degree on the side and a 0.5 degree on the base. First thing we're going to look at is the base edge today. So for the base edge, we're going to need our base file guide. Set that here on the ski. We're going to need our file. And then, just for learning purposes today, we're also going to be using a Sharpie. Alright, so for the Sharpie, we're going to run the Sharpie along the edge here today to highlight the edge. And then as we are removing metal today and smoothing it out, that black line is going to disappear back towards the edge. Perfect. Alright, today before we get started setting our base edge and side edge, it is worth knowing that the files are directional. Most come with a little arrow like this one here. You're just going to want to have that go in the direction you're pulling. You can feel that by the teeth of the file. Run your finger, you'll feel one side gripping, one side skipping. You're going to want the gripping direction to be the way you're pulling the file. Alright, so here I have my base bevel guide set up. As you can see here, this is a 0.5 for half degree. I have a clamp holding the file. This file is mounted in there. This model runs the base on right there. There are a couple different options. The more typical model is like this, just plastic. Very similar concept with the degree bevel right there. Either sits like that, or this model sits like this. Today we're going to use this one. To pull base bevel, you're going to set this on there, on those little predetermined markers, and just go with the grain. As you can see here, we have now removed all the Sharpie we put, and our base bevel is now set to 0.5. Alright, so once you're done using the file to set your base edge and you remove all that material down to your desired bevel, you're going to smooth it out with a diamond stone, a whetstone, or some sandpaper. Today I'm going to be using a diamond stone. Set this in here. We're going to use that other model for this one. This goes on like that. Make sure it's set on the ski flat. Hold the stone flat. You can go back and forth. So now that we've set our base bevel, we're now going to set our side edge. To do that, you're going to have to take your ski and put it in a vise like so. First thing you're going to want to check is your sidewall. Now we're going to use a sidewall remover. Line this up, and you're going to want to make sure your edge is risen above the sidewall. If the sidewall is above the edge, you're not going to get an accurate side edge set, and your skis aren't going to get sharp. To pull a sidewall, you're going to use this tool here. You're going to line this blade with the plastic here, making sure not to hit metal. Alright, so we're going to do that. Alright, Looks like our sidewall is now pulled. These skis were in pretty good shape before. Now we're going to get ready for side edge. Just like we did with the base edge, we're going to use a Sharpie to highlight the edge to show us where we have pulled and where we need to pull more file. So we're going to do that. Alright, now we're going to set up our file guide. We're pulling a 3 degree, so I'm going to be using my 87 degree file guide. That, of course, is 3 degrees from 90. It's always good to remember. And then we're going to set our file in our file guide directional, the arrow pointing the direction we're going to pull. Set that like that. Take our clamp and mount it like this. This is the proper setup for your file. And we're going to place it on the ski base like this, and that sets your 3 degree angle right there. Next, we're going to pull the file like this, making sure to wear gloves to prevent getting cut. Just like the file is directional, we're only pulling one direction with the grain of the ski. We can use our paintbrush here to remove debris as we're going. And we got a little bit more to pull to get that Sharpie line to go all the way away. Alright, so now that our side edge angle is set with our file, we're going to take our file off of the file guide and replace it with the diamond stone for polishing purposes. Clamp, just good measure, keeps the angle proper. Run it on here, and this you can run both directions, forward, backwards, smoothing out burrs along the side edge. Alright, so now that your side and base edge are set and polished, you can take your finest stone and run it lightly along the base to remove any remaining hanger or burr that's hanging over the edge. Good practice to prevent the skis from grabbing on the snow. And last but not least, after you're done polishing with your diamond stone and removing that burr, you can take your gummy stone and detune the tips and tails, typically to about the point of engagement on the ski, so where the ski camber touches the snow, tip and tail. Alright guys, that's it. And with that, that's how you sharpen your skis. The ski's ready to go, and take it skiing.